Hello again everyone! Welcome po ulit sa ating Math-Isip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our topic for today is all about conditions that guarantee parallelism and perpendicularity of lines. But before we begin, let me just remind everyone, if you are not yet subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button para lagi tayong updated sa mga susunod pang mga lessons. And to our fellow teachers, if you're interested with our PowerPoint presentations, you can message us on our Facebook page. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with our lesson. Okay, so ang competency po natin for today is to determine conditions that guarantee parallelism and perpendicularity of lines. Okay, so before we start, let's just have a review. Okay, let's review parallel lines. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng parallel lines? In our previous lessons, we already defined parallel lines simply with this one. Parallel lines are straight lines in a plane that are always the same distance apart, yung tinatawag nating equidistance, equal ang distance, and never intersect or meet regardless of how far they are extended, just like these examples in real-world applications. Okay, now, we also learn about perpendicular lines. Tandaan po natin, perpendicular lines are two lines that intersect to form a perfect 90-degree angle, also known as a right angle. Okay, so ito po yung ating perpendicular lines, and these are our real-world examples. Like for examples, the lines in the windows versus the lines in the floor and the walls. They are perpendicular. Also, these intersecting lines dito sa ating mga roadways and other signages, road signs. Okay, as you can see, there are perpendicular lines there. Now, in our lesson for today, our question will be, how can we be certain about relationships between two lines? Paano natin masisigurado na itong line na ito ay parallel or ito naman is perpendicular? The question really is, can appearance alone guarantee the relationship? Pag nakita ba natin tong mga illustrations na ito, automatic ba na we can conclude, ito parallel ito, o ito naman is perpendicular? That is our question today. Masasagot natin yan using our lesson. This lesson is all about conditions. What kind of condition? A condition that guarantees a relationship when the relationship must be true once that condition is satisfied. So, dapat masasatisfy niya muna yung mga conditions na mapapag-aralan natin for today para mag-guarantee natin na ang dalawang lines ay perpendicular o kaya naman ay parallel. Okay, so let's start with conditions that guarantee parallelism. Start muna tayo sa mga parallel lines. Okay, so let's begin with the first conditions. Okay, so yung first condition natin is yung mismong definition ng parallel line. So this is the formal definition, a mathematical definition of parallel line. It says here, two lines are parallel if and only if they are coplanar and do not intersect. Okay, so take note of these two words. Una is yung word na coplanar. And then the other one is the word do not or the phrase do not intersect. Okay, so alam naman natin tong intersection, ano? They do not intersect. But what is the word coplanar? You might be wondering, sir, ano po yung word na coplanar? Okay, coplanar comes from the word plane. Okay, let's review plane. Ano ba yung plane na napag-aralan natin in the first week of our lessons about undefined terms? We remember that plane is a flat surface that extends infinitely in all directions. So pag sinabi nating coplanar, anong ibig sabihin nito? So these are now the difference of coplanar lines and non-coplanar lines. Okay, so yung coplanar lines, these are lines that lie in the same plane. Okay, ano pong itsura nito? So we have here a plane. Okay, remember this is a plane. Mathematically, a plane extends infinitely. So this is abstract. Hindi natin talaga mai-illustrate ang plane. But just to simply illustrate it or make a simple drawing ng plane, we can make use of quadrilateral, no? Like this one, a parallelogram. Now, dito sa loob ng plane na ito, meron dito yung line M and then we have here line N. Okay, and the name of the plane is plane P. So both lines lie in the same plane. Yan po ang tinatawag nating coplanar lines. Okay? These two lines are coplanar. Now, how about non-coplanar? Non-coplanar lines are lines that cannot be contained in the same plane. For example, if we have here these two planes, plane P and plane L, and we have line N on plane P, line M on plane L. So the lines are not on or in the same plane. Okay? So yun po ang difference ng coplanar and non-coplanar. Okay, what else? Pwede rin naman kasi ng itsura nito is ganito. Okay? So we have here one plane, plane P, and then yung plane L naman nag-intersect sila. Okay? They intersect. Now, the lines inside those planes do not intersect. Hindi sila nag-intersect, okay? As you notice, hindi lang masyadong ma-illustrate dito. Pero tong line M na ito, nandito lang siya sa plane L, no? Tapos yung line N dito sa plane P, hindi naman siya nag-intersect dito sa line M. So just imagine itong line M, dito siya sa foreground or dito siya sa harap ng line N. They do not actually meet each other, okay? So this is an example of non-coplanar lines. Okay, para mas ma-visualize natin, not just in an abstract way, let's have these real-world examples of coplanar versus non-coplanar lines. So we have here, for coplanar lines, we have lines drawn on a sheet of paper. So yung mga lines natin dyan, it's just on the same plane. The plane is the paper. Now, here in non-coplanar lines, we can have this picture of a room with different lines on it. So, the lines on the floor and walls of a room. So, if you notice yung mga lines dito sa isang wall, okay, that is on a different plane. That is just on this wall. While the lines on the roof sits on a different plane. Yung plane naman is yung buong ceiling. Okay, so they are not on the same plane. Okay, pwede rin yung mga lines dito sa isa pang wall dito, and then sa lines sa door, no, they lie on different planes. Okay, so yan po ang ibig sabihin ng non-coplanar lines. Okay, to give you more example, we have here a cube. In the given cube, some examples of coplanar and non-coplanar lines are as follows. Okay, so i-identify natin yung ibang coplanar and non-coplanar. Hindi naman lahat. Magbibigay lang tayo ng examples. Okay, let's have the coplanar lines first. So pag sinabing coplanar lines, they are on the same plane. So we have an example here. It's segment EF. Okay, itong segment na ito. Line segment, or we can say side or edge of this cube, and HG. Okay, ito po, no? So, ito yung mga coplanar lines natin. Bakit? Because they sit on one plane. Anong plane po yon? Itong face ng cube, o itong nasa harap, the face of the cube here in front. Okay, ito yung ating first plane. Okay, next, we also have here segment AE and segment AD. So we have here segment AE, itong nandito sa side. And then AD, asan yung segment AD natin? Itong nandito sa side din, pero patayo yung ating line dyan. So why are they coplanar? They are on the same plane. Asan yung plane natin? Ito pong, itong face ng cube na nandito sa left side. Okay, this is the plane. Okay, they sits on. Next, another example is segment DC and segment DH. So we have here this segment DC, and then asan yung DH natin? Ito po yung DH natin. So why are they coplanar? They are on the same plane. Anong plane po yon? Itong face ng cube na nandito sa bottom. Okay, nasa ibaba. So ito po yung ating plane. Alright, so those are examples of coplanar lines. How about non-coplanar lines? Okay, so let's identify some. So we have here segment AB. Okay, ito yung ating segment AB. And then segment FG. So FG is here. So may kinalaman ba yung dalawang segment? Are they on the same plane? Hindi po, no? Nandito sa isang plane yung isa, pwedeng dito sa top face, pwedeng doon sa back ng ating cube, no? Itong segment AB. Pero itong FG, nasa ibang plane na siya. Okay, pwedeng yung plane niya is nandito sa front face ng ating cube or nandito sa right side face ng ating cube. Okay, so there you go. Next, what else? We have segment BF. Where is BF? Ito po, BF and segment EH. Okay, so we have here BF and EH, malayo sa isa't isa. They are not on the same plane. What else? We have EA and BC. Okay, so this is EA or pwede ring baliktarin, gawing AE. And BC is here at the back. Okay, so magka-ibang plane po yung pwesto nila. Alright, so there you go. Those are examples of coplanar and non-coplanar. Meron pa po pero hindi na natin kailangang isa-isahin. Okay, just an additional information. Okay, non-coplanar lines that do not intersect are called skew lines. Okay, pag sinabi nating skew lines, these are non-coplanar lines na wala sa same plane at the same time, hindi rin sila nag-intersect. So, ito yung mga examples natin dito sa cube. Okay, sir, may mga non-coplanar lines ba na nag-intersect? Meron din po, no? Okay, they intersect but they are not on the same plane. Okay, but it cannot be represented using a cube. Okay, so let's go further. Let's have this question. So, which of these coplanar lines are parallel? Okay, by the way, anong kinalaman ng topic na to sa ating lesson for today? Okay, remember, ang definition ng parallel lines, it should be coplanar. Okay? So, dito sa mga coplanar lines na na-identify natin, alin sa mga yan ang parallel lines? Okay? Remember, a parallel line should be the combination of two requirements. Dapat, una, coplanar siya, plus non-intersecting sila. Okay, so let's identify saan ba dito yung mga coplanar at the same time non-intersecting. So EF and HG, itong dalawang to, okay, are they parallel lines? Yes, actually. Ito po yung parallel lines sa mga yan. How about AE and AD? So we have here AE, segment AE and segment AD. Are they parallel? No, but they are on the same plane. What else? DC and DH. DC and DH are not parallel but they are on the same plane. So, ang lesson natin dito, take note, coplanar lines are not always parallel. They may be intersecting, they may be perpendicular, or they remain non-intersecting. So, hindi po lahat ng coplanar ay parallel. But remember, parallel lines dapat coplanar siya. Okay, sige, before we move on to the next part, let's have this exercise first. Try to name some of the parallel lines in this cube, okay? Tandaan, ito yung combination natin ha. Pag parallel lines, dapat coplanar, dapat non-intersecting. So, given na po yung isa, try to give the other parallel lines. Okay, I'll give you time to do it. You can pause this video. Okay, now let's reveal our answers. We have here segment EF and AB. So aside from EF tsaka HG, pwede rin naman si EF at tsaka si AB because they are on the same plane and they are parallel. Okay, what else? We also have here EF and DC. Okay, you might be wondering, sir, bakit hindi naman sila mukhang nasa iisang plane? Okay, but actually, they are still parallel because if EF is parallel to AB and AB is parallel also to DC, pwede na nating sabihin si EF parallel kay DC. Another reasoning that we can use is pwede nating balikan yung what determines a plane. Okay? Two lines can also determine a plane. So for example, we have here two line segment EF tsaka DC. Okay, we can create a diagonal plane that connects these two line segment. If you can imagine isang diagonal plane na ko-connect dito sa dalawang line na yan, it's possible. Okay? So, we can also write it in a set. Pwede naman nating isulat yan as one. So, we can have this, all of these line segments are parallel. So, line segment EF parallel to HG, parallel to AB, and parallel to DC. Okay, so aside from that set, we can also have this set to AD. So, we have AD, EH, FG, tsaka BC. Lahat ng mga patayong lines. Okay, we also have here segment AE, okay, segment BF, segment DH, and segment CG. Lahat naman ng mga diagonal lines natin dyan. So, those are all the sets of parallel lines. Okay, so gamit yung explanation natin kanina, why are they all parallels, dito napapasok yung ating three parallel lines theorem. So if two coplanar lines are parallel to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. So katulad kanina, if segment AB is parallel to segment EF, and segment AB is parallel to segment DC, then we can now say that DC is also parallel to EF. Okay, another condition is the visual and verbal cues na pwede nating makita. So, a parallel relationship may be communicated through verbal statement. Pag sinabing line A is parallel to line B, then that is now a guarantee that they are parallel. Pag sinabi namang or pag nakasulat naman is ganito, this is now the symbol for parallelism. Ibig sabihin, ang basa nito, A is parallel to B. Okay, it's denoted by two vertical lines. What else? Pag diagram naman ang pinag-uusapan natin, usually, we can see these symbols. Meron tayong double arrow signs. Pwedeng single lang naman yan. Depende sa kung ilan yung mga parallel lines na nasa figure. So, pag may nakita kayong markings na ganyan, pareha sila ng markings, it means that they are parallel. So, again, matching arrow marks indicate that the lines are parallel. So, those are our conditions visually and verbally. Okay, another condition to guarantee parallelism is using equal slopes. Two distinct non-vertical lines are parallel if they have the same slopes. So, for example, two lines, okay, parehas yung run over rise nila. Okay, yung slope which is denoted by M. Okay, so if slope 1 is equal to slope 2, we can say that they are parallel lines. Okay, next condition, pwede rin naman natin gamitin yung converse of the transversal line angles theorem na napag-aralan natin recently. Okay, remember our transversal lines that cut two parallel lines. Okay, so if we have here the line transversal T, ito, kinat niya yung dalawang parallel line which is line M and line N. And we have learned about the different angle pairs na pwede nating makuha from this transversal line. And the theorem says, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, blank angles are congruent. Ano yung mga congruent angles natin ulit? Pwedeng yung ating mga, ito, ano pong tawag natin sa dalawang angle na to? Aside from this angle 3 and angle 7, pwede rin si angle 4 and angle 8. Okay, so ano pong tawag sa mga ganyang pairings? Alright, correct. They are called the corresponding angles. So bukod sa dalawang pairs na yan, pwede rin si angle 2 and angle 6, pwede rin si angle 1 and angle 5. They are corresponding angles. Okay, now, pag converse naman ang pinag-uusapan, ibig sabihin, baliktarin natin yung theorem, no? Kunin natin yung converse form niya. Okay, so ang converse naman yan is if blank angles are congruent, then pwede na nating sabihin yung two lines na yan parallel sila. Okay, so that's the converse of this theorem. So kanina corresponding yan. So kung corresponding angles yung mga yan, then pwede nating sabihin itong dalawang line na yan parallel. Okay, bukod sa corresponding, pwede rin nating gamitin yung mga alternate interiors angle na nandyan. So we have the alternate interior angles, angle 3 and angle 5. What else? Angle 4 and angle 6. Okay? Yan. Pwede rin naman yung mga exterior angles kasi congruent din sila. Angle 2 and angle 8, alternate exterior. Angle 1 and angle 7, they are also alternate exterior. They are congruent. Okay? So that's how we can prove, or that can be a guarantee if they are parallel. Okay, lastly, dagdag lang natin to, not actually a condition, pero it's a related geometric postulate. Ang tawag po natin dito is parallel postulate. Anong ibig sabihin nitong parallel postulate? Given a line and a point not on the line, exactly one line can be drawn through the point parallel to the given line. So for example, we have here this line M, tapos meron tayong point P dito. So, given this point, iisang parallel line ang mabubuo lang natin that passes through this point. So, to illustrate it, ito po siya, no? So, given line M and then point P, there will only be one line that passes through point P na matatawag nating parallel kay line M. That is the meaning of parallel postulate. Not necessarily a condition, pero idagdag natin siya as a related geometric postulate. Okay, so I hope natandaan po natin lahat ng mga conditions na yon. This time, we will now proceed. Doon naman tayo sa conditions that guarantee perpendicularity. Okay, so let's start with the first condition. Okay, first conditions of perpendicularity. Okay, syempre yung definition ng perpendicular lines. Dapat ma-satisfy itong condition na ito. So, una, two lines are perpendicular if they intersect to form a right angle. So, alam naman natin, if we have here like for example, line A and another line B, and then they form a 90-degree angle, matatawag na natin na itong dalawang lines na ito ay perpendicular. And tanong ko lang, kapag 90 degrees ito, ano pong measurement ng tatlo pang angle na nabuo? Okay, yes, exactly. Dapat 90 degrees din lahat yan. Okay? Now, let's continue. Another condition is this one. Siyempre, yung visual tsaka yung verbal cues natin. Kapag nakita natin na yung verbal statement sinabi, line A is perpendicular to line B, siyempre, that's already a condition. Okay? What else? Meron din sa symbols, kapag ang symbol na nakita nyo is ganito, okay, this is actually a symbol for perpendicular. It is read as A is perpendicular to B. Okay? Aside from symbols, sa diagram mismo, sa illustrations, kapag nakita natin itong markings na ito, itong box na ito, a 90-degree angle is often shown with two added line segments that form a square at the angle. Okay, so ito po, pag nakita nyo na yan, automatically perpendicular na po siya. Okay? So those are the conditions na that can guarantee perpendicularity. Okay, next. Alright, pwede rin naman po yung slopes kanina kung parehas ang slope, they are parallel. Now, kapag ganito naman, negative reciprocal slopes, they are perpendicular. So, two non-vertical lines are perpendicular if and only if their slopes are negative reciprocal. So, for example, we have here this line and then another line. Kung yung slope nila, yung run over rise nila ay reciprocal, ibig sabihin opposite, hindi lang sa sign. Halimbawa, yung slope 1 is positive 2, yung slope 2 naman is negative 1/2. Bukod sa opposite sila ng sign, positive yung isa, negative yung isa, yung kanilang denominator opposite din kasi nga reciprocal. Ibig sabihin, ito 2/1. Ito naman, binaliktad lang natin, yung denominator na 1 naging numerator, yung denominator na 2, yung numerator na 2 naging denominator na siya. So, they are reciprocals. Okay, yun po ang characteristic ng slope ng perpendicular lines. Okay, tandaan natin, applicable lang ito sa mga non-vertical lines. Siyempre, kapag vertical yung line natin, ay wala po siyang slope. Okay? Okay, another condition for perpendicularity is congruent adjacent angles. So, if two intersecting lines form a pair of congruent adjacent angles, then the lines are perpendicular. Okay, pwede rin pong line segment or ray, pwede po yun. So, for example, meron tayong dalawang adjacent angle, parehas po yung kanilang measurement indicated by these hash marks na nandyan. Ibig sabihin parehas sila. Then we can say that this is perpendicular lines. Okay? What else? Aside from that, dagdag lang natin, another related geometric term is yung perpendicular bisector na tinatawag. Alin po dyan yung perpendicular bisector? Ito po yung ating perpendicular bisector. It's a ray, no? So, anong definition niya? A perpendicular bisector of a line segment is a line or a ray or a segment that intersects the segment at its midpoint. Ito yung midpoint natin. And is perpendicular to this line segment. Okay? Or this line, sorry. So, bakit ito tinawag na midpoint? It's in the middle of these two equal line segment. Okay, indicated by the hash marks. Okay? So yan po ang tinatawag nating perpendicular bisector, and yung angle niya syempre is 90 degree. Okay, another related condition basing sa ating previous topic about transversal lines, no? Katulad din sa condition kanina doon sa parallel lines. Pwede rin ito, perpendicular transversal of parallel lines. So in a plane, if a transversal is perpendicular to one of two parallel lines, then it is perpendicular to the other. So to give you an illustration, halimbawa itong transversal line natin na T, okay, line T, okay, kinat niya yung dalawang parallel line which is line K and line L. And kapag itong line T, perpendicular siya kay line K, automatically perpendicular din siya kay line L as long as these two, itong K and L, are parallel lines. Okay? So that's one of the condition. Again, given K is parallel to L, K parallel to L, and line T is perpendicular to line K, we can say then that line T is perpendicular to line L. Okay, so those are the conditions for perpendicularity. Now, to give you a summary, pwede nyong i-memorize to. Okay, these are the two characteristics. For parallel lines, they are on the same plane. Kapag perpendicular naman, parehas din, they are on the same plane. Parallel lines, they never intersect, but for perpendicular, always intersect. For parallel lines, same slope. Kapag perpendicular naman, slopes are negative reciprocals. And then for symbols, ganito yung symbol natin, two vertical lines, while on the perpendicular lines din yung symbol natin. Next, matching arrow marks indicate parallel lines, while perpendicular lines, a single right angle box indicates perpendicular lines. So, a drawing may suggest a relationship but a condition guarantees it. Bukod sa mga yan, ito rin po yung summary ng mga na-discuss natin kanina. Okay, you can take a screenshot or i-copy nyo po sa notebook nyo, no? Para ma-memorize nyo. Now, to give you a mastery, let's have this exercise. Okay, before I give you your activity, no? Konting exercise lang. Determine the relationship or conclusion in each item. You can pause this one or you can answer with me. Okay, so if the slope or if slope sub 1 or ibig sabihin yung isang slope ng isang line is equal to 3, and then we have here another slope sub 2 which is 3, what is the relationship between the two lines? Okay, the answer is parallel lines. Okay, kapag parehas sila, parehas na 3, kaya their slopes are the same, they are parallel lines. Number 2, if slope 1 is equal to negative 2 and slope 2 is equal to 1/2, no? What is the relationship between the two lines? Okay, just like our discussion, they are perpendicular. Opposite negative reciprocals. Next, number 3, if a pair of corresponding angles are congruent, what can be concluded about the two lines? Okay? Therefore, we can say that they are parallel lines, no? So, kapag congruent yung kanilang tinatawag nating corresponding angles, basing from this transversal line that cuts two parallel lines, they are parallel. Next, if two adjacent angles formed by intersecting lines are congruent, what can be concluded about the two lines? Okay, they are perpendicular lines. Parehas na angle, adjacent, perpendicular sila. Okay, so this can be also your master activity for mastery, no? Pwede nyong sagutan tong activity 1, multiple choice. You can take a screenshot of this or copy. And then also for activity 2, okay, pwede nyong i-identify kung perpendicular siya or hindi. That's for part A. And then for part B, i-identify nyo naman kung parallel siya or hindi. Okay, so you can answer all of this and then check it with your teacher, especially if your teachers are using our presentations. But for now, thank you for listening. I hope meron ulit kayong natutunan sa ating lesson and I hope to see you again on our next video lesson. For now, bye-bye and God bless po sa ating lahat. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.